What's going on, guys? Today's video is going to be for my Dolphin fans. I know some of y'all won't be interested in this video, but like I say all the time on TikTok, I am a huge Miami Dolphins fan, and some of my content will be based around the Dolphins. And that's what today is. We are going to be reviewing the Miami Dolphins roster post free agency. I'm going to talk about some of their needs and some players I would like to see them get in the draft, or maybe a couple of free agents. But yeah, nonetheless, let's get straight into things, starting off with quarterback. Quarterback's obviously the most important position, and the guy in the picture right here really struggles to stay healthy, whether it's his ribs, his hip, his hand, his concussion history. I mean, he's just got to find a way to stay on the field. I'm very glad to hear that he is trying to gain some weight back. He was heavier in 2023. He played 17 games. I don't know why he lost weight going into 2024, knowing he stayed healthy, being at a higher weight and being less mobile. But yeah, I hope to see him gain that weight and stay on the field. They grabbed Zach Wilson on a 1 year, $6 million contract. Was quite expensive. I'm not the biggest fan of it, to be honest. He's a inexperienced, unproven top three pick that failed with the Jets, and he spent last year with Denver. I think that was probably good for him. Sean Payton, good coach. So yeah, it could be worse, but I was hoping for a veteran for that amount. Maybe a Jameis, a Jacoby Brissett, just somebody that, I mean, you can rely on. Gardner Minshew, maybe. But yeah, Zach Wilson is a fine quarterback too, nonetheless. He's been through the worst of worst. And yeah, hopefully he can be a pretty solid backup for the Dolphins. Some options for QB3 since you did lose Skylar Thompson. Well, you cut him. Thank gosh, he was horrible. I would look at taking some quarterbacks with one of those two fourth round picks, like Kyle McCord and Dylan Gabriel. Kyle McCord, I like more out of the two. I think he is more of a NFL style quarterback. Gabriel, he's kind of small, like Tua, he gets the ball out fast. Kind of listen to what I'm saying. Dylan Gabriel, I mean, is a really good scheme fit for the Dolphins, so I wouldn't hate it. And Tyler Shuck, if you can get him in the fifth or seventh round because you don't have a sixth round pick, I think that'd be a pretty good pickup. I thought he looked pretty good all off season. I believe he was at the combine, from what I remember, if I'm remembering correctly. But yeah, I would not use one of my first three picks on quarterback. I'll make that very noted. I mean, the Dolphins have way many two holes on the roster to spend 13, 48, or 98 on a quarterback, in my opinion. Even 116 is probably too early. Then we'll go to the running back room. Led by, once again, the monster in the picture, Devon Achane, one of the best running backs in football. He was the only running back in the league last year with 200 plus touches to not drop a pass or fumble a football. I mean, this guy is just a monster in the receiving game, the running game, his speed, his awareness, his balance. This guy is a franchise back. I hope the Dolphins look to extend him very, very soon, even though he's only been on the team for 2 years. I mean, he clearly is a franchise cornerstone piece. RB2 is Jalen Wright. I think that is very well known. You traded a 2025 third round pick last year to go get this guy. So yeah, he better be getting some real volume this year. I thought he should have got more workload when Raheem Mostert really struggled last year. Clearly, the Dolphins didn't agree, which costed them a couple games nonetheless. So yeah, I really hope to see Jalen Wright with a bigger role. Alexander Madison, some people were, why would you let Mostert go and then get Madison? We got the worst end of the swap. I don't necessarily believe that. I mean, Madison was definitely better in 2024, and he's more of what we need with a power back. Madison's what, 5'11, 225 pounds? I mean, this is a guy where when you give him the ball in third or fourth and shorts, he has a career percentage of 13 out of 16. That's pretty good. I mean, most of the time, over 75% of the time, he's getting the gain you need. So I like that addition. RB4, some people are going to be like, wow, he doesn't have Damian Martinez. Nah, probably not. I think I'd wait till the seventh round to just add another power back, like maybe Rocket Sanders out of South Carolina, Jaquindon Jackson out of Arkansas, and Phil Maffa out of Clemson. I think all those guys would be fine RB4s with one of those three seventh round picks you got. And then obviously Alec Ingold is holding everything down at fullback. At wide receiver, I don't even have needs. I like this room enough to just rock with it. Some people won't agree. That's fine. Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle had the two worst years of their careers. I don't think that'll happen with Tua hopefully being fully healthy in 2025. And hopefully, I mean, a better, if Tua isn't healthy, Zach Wilson, I think, gives you a better opportunity of getting them the ball than Skylar Thompson or Tyler Huntley. So I would expect Hill and Waddle both to have 1,000-yard seasons next year without a doubt. Nick Westbrook-Akine, I think, is a perfect wide receiver three. He's a big body, he's physical in the run game. So I think that was a great addition for what, 3.2 million a year for 2 years. A plus job by Chris Greer. Can't say that a lot. And yeah, the Dolphins only really hold like 4 or 5 wide receivers on roster since they do have a fullback, and they hold more running backs than a lot of teams. So or tight ends, excuse me. I think normally they carry 4 tight ends, which is a good bit. So even Eric Azukama, I'd be fine if he's on the roster. He's probably the odd man out. I don't think the wide receiver six makes the roster. And Malik Washington, I think, showed some real good flashes as a rookie last year. I'm looking forward to seeing him next year. And Taj Washington. Taj Washington, people forget about coming out of USC. He looked phenomenal all summer long. He looked like probably arguably the best rookie we had. And unfortunately, he suffered a season ending injury over the summer. So I think with these top 5 guys, you really have something going here, man. All right, tight end. Jonnu Smith, the top dog, coming off a career year, was phenomenal last year. That's your tight end one in 2025. Going into the last year of his contract, Farrell Brown, you just picked up. Very good blocker. I mean, tight end 2 and 3 are mainly for blocking, and if Tua checks the ball down to him, hopefully they can catch the ball, which Durham Smythe and Julian Hill really could not do for some reason, or they just stacked up flags. So honestly, I think Julian Hill is a fine practice squad player. I don't want him as tight end 2 or 3. So I would probably spend my third round pick on one of these tight ends if they make it. Harold Fannin, I love. He's down draft boards a lot. So if he's there at 98, 100% would take him. He's a pretty good blocker. He's dynamic like Jonnu Smith. So I like that. Same with Terrence Ferguson, pretty solid blocker and a very good athlete. And Gunnar Helm, he has a pretty bad run blocking grade, but I feel like when you watch him, he's really not a bad run blocker at all. So Gunnar Helm, I'm also fine with. Jalen Conyers is a day 3 guy I would really watch out for that I think would make a lot of sense for Miami. And yeah, we'll just keep it moving, going to the tackles. I put Teron Armstead down here with the question mark just because I truly don't know what is going on with him. Patrick Paul, as of right now, is your left tackle one. Larry Borum is your backup. Keon Smith's another backup. Austin Jackson's your other starter. Um, and yeah, I think I'm fine with that. Keon Smith and Larry Borum are kind of both swing tackles. Borum, I think I'd prefer to see move into backup left guard because he really is not a good tackle whatsoever. And with Teron Armstead's uncertainty, I had 2 names I like. Jalen Rivers at 98 or 116, I think makes a ton of sense because he can play tackle or guard. And same thing with Emory Jones just later in the draft in the 4th or 5th round. Emory Jones is just like him. He can play right tackle or right guard, so he can fill in if there's injuries or compete for a guard spot. So I think both of those guys make a good bit of sense for Miami, especially the Miami product himself. So I mean, yeah, I'm fine with both of those guys, honestly, if the Dolphins took either one in the 4th or 5th round. All right, offensive interior is pretty bad. And as you can see, I'd like them to invest a high pick in it. Left guard, 1 or 2. We don't have a left guard right now. I mean, we're a week done with free agency, and we have no left guard. Center Aaron Brewer can hold it down. Andrew Meyer is a okay backup. I really don't think he's ever played before. I'm pretty sure Aaron Brewer played every snap last year. So, I mean, they keep him on roster. So I guess they believe in him. So that's fine. James Daniels, I thought was a home run pickup at right guard. Really good for the Steelers before he tore his ACL. But you're only paying him $8 million a year, and you can get off his contract after year one, so no risk. I'm not even going to say his name. Uh, if you come over from my TikTok and you watch my lives, you know how I feel about him. I have no idea how he's back with the team. It is what it is, I guess. But yeah, if Will Campbell or Kelvin Banks is there at 13, I'd be very tempted to take either one. I think both of them I mean, they're capable of playing left guard, but they can also step out to tackle if you need them to at any moment. So I love that. And same with Donovan Jackson just in the second round. I don't really think Donovan Jackson makes it to 48, but if he's there, I would 100% take him in a heartbeat. Good starting left guard, has shown flashes at tackle at Ohio State. So yeah, if you can get Donovan Jackson, I think I would definitely do that. All right, defensive interior. Probably the worst unit on roster outside of arguably the one we just talked about. Zach Sealer is a borderline all pro. Phenomenal cornerstone of the franchise. Love him to death. Benito Jones is a all right nose tackle. Neil Farrell and Matt Dickerson are practice squad players. You only have one defense end slash defensive tackle on your roster a week after free agency. I hope they sign someone after or before this video is posted. I highly doubt it though. So I mean, yeah, I think you're going to have to invest another high pick in this. So I think your first two picks in the draft likely are guard and defensive tackle. So Walter Nolan at 13, I would love. I think Walter Nolan's a stud. Darius Alexander is another one of my guys. So if you can get him at 48, do it. And Omar Norman Lott's just a pretty good pass rusher, even though he's undersized at 6'2", 290. But yeah, if you can take him at 98, I would add him for the defensive interior help. But as you can see over here, I've made a little note. Bring Calais Campbell back. If he's willing to play football, I don't care what you have to pay him. Bring him back for another year. He was phenomenal. Charles Omenihu, he would fit perfectly in that defense end role, kind of like Calais, if you can't get Calais as just another pass rusher on the interior. He's 6'5", 290. He's got size. This is a guy I've been talking about the Dolphins getting since December. So, I mean, if you can get him in free agency, go get him right now. And moving to the edge room, edge room's fine. I don't think there's anybody I would draft or sign. I mean, you have six guys, and probably only four of them make the roster. The top three dogs, I don't think you really need to talk about. Chop was amazing as a rookie. Bradley Chubb took a pay cut to come back to Miami. Shout out to Bradley Chubb, greatly appreciated. And yeah, Bradley Chubb was arguably one of the best edge rushers in football in 2023 before he tore his ACL in meaningless time. Thank you, Mike McDaniel. Jalen Phillips, man, if that guy can stay healthy, he's one of the best in the league too. I mean, he was having a dominant 2023 before he tore his Achilles. Came back, had a slow start through the first three games, or no, the first two, yeah, the first three games, then tore his ACL week 4. So if that guy could ever stay healthy, he's a special player. Quentin Bell looked really good last year in an edge 2/3 role, so I'm glad they brought him back. Mo Kamara, I like a lot. Cameron Good, I don't know why they brought back. Maybe just to be a camp body, but I'd say there's no way he makes the roster. Linebacker, I love this room. I don't think you need a addition right here. Jordan Brooks was one of the best linebackers in football last year. I mean, really was one of the best signings the Dolphins have made in quite some time. Tyrell Dodson was a great pickup from the waiver wire. He came over what, week 8 or 9? He had 3 interceptions in what, 8 weeks? So I mean, Tyrell Dodson's a really good linebacker too. I'm glad he's back. Willie Gay Jr. and KJ Britt, I think, are phenomenal 1 year signings by the Dolphins. Willie Gay is a very good athletic pass rusher, and KJ Britt's a thumper. You need someone to get dirty in the run game. KJ Britt come in, he'll get the stop. Channing Tindall has been a waste of a 4th round pick. I mean, really just hasn't played all that much, so I can't imagine he makes the roster. And then we'll go to corner. Jalen Ramsey's the top dog. I don't think anyone has any arguments to that. Corner two, I don't think is filled whatsoever. You need a true starter on the boundary. Cater Kohu, I have listed as the 3 just because he is the nickel corner, which I feel pretty good about. Cater is a really good nickel, a not so good boundary corner. So leave him in the nickel. Cam Smith and Storm Duck. Storm Duck had a really shaky rookie year, but I mean, man, he was a UDFA and he was playing against some of the best wide receivers in the league because Kendall Fuller was hurt. So, I mean, can't really hold that against him. Hopefully, he continues to improve. And Cam Smith, if he could ever stay healthy and show some of that talent we saw coming out of South Carolina, I mean, I'm sure he'd be a good player, but I just can't trust him as a CB2. Then Ethan Bonner and Artie Burns. I don't know if either of these guys make the roster. I think they're both just camp bodies and you hope to see something out of one of them. But yeah, man, I mean, I know I said, oh, you got to take guard and defensive interior early. I think corner is another spot you need to address early. If Will Johnson's there at 13, I'd take him in a heartbeat. I don't care who else is on the board. I take Will Johnson. Then I have 4 other guys, Darian Porter and Azarie Thomas. Mine went blank for a second. And I guess I'll talk about the other two because they're in the same reign. Ben Morrison and Trey Amos. If I put these guys in order of who I want, I think it'd be Trey Amos, Ben Morrison, Darian Porter, then Azareye'h Thomas. But I like all four. All four of them are top 50 players in the draft to me. So if they can walk out with any of these five corners as your CB2, I feel pretty good. But I did put some options if they miss out and take other stuff in the first 2 or 3 rounds. Asante Samuel Jr., I'm shocked he's still a free agent. He's what, 25 years old? If you can get him on like a 3 year, 21, $24 million deal, I would do it. Or 2 years, 16 million, I would definitely do it. He was a very good boundary corner before he got injured for the Chargers. Rasul Douglas has been a very good corner for the Buffalo Bills. So if you can, I mean, really steal him from the Bills, I think you probably do that if you have the chance to do it. Then we'll talk about safety and special teams. Safety. I don't think we have a safety one on roster. I mentioned Julian Blackman, Justin Simmons. I think they would be all right safety ones. Mainly Julian Blackman. I trust more. Justin Simmons is getting up there in age. Fatu Melifonwu, good special teams player, really good athlete and good player. He just is never healthy. Ashton Davis plays his best football against the Dolphins. He has 4 out of 8 career interceptions against Miami. Kind of weird, but another like good special teamer, but probably not a starter. Patrick McMorris, you spent a 6th round pick on, looked really good in the preseason, but another guy that got hurt and never played. Elijah Campbell's a special teams player and a camp body. But yeah, man, if you're taking Malachi Starks or Nicky Manwuri at 13, once again, no complaints out of me. Other than that, I don't think you're going to be able to get Xavier Watts in the 2nd round, so I'd probably try to get Kevin Winston or Andrew Makuba in the 3rd round to come in and be another body. I mean, I really think the Dolphins have to go safety in round one, though, the way it's sitting. I mean, look at Malachi Starks. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm seeing a lot of green. The picture looks like he's already in, what is our stadium called? Sun Life? I feel like that's the old name of it. He's in the Dolphin Stadium, though. But special teams, I think special teams is complete. Jason Sanders looked really good and has been really good for us in the past. Ryan Stonehouse, I think, is going to win the punting job easily. He has his special teams coach who came over from, I think, Craig Ackerman is his name, coming over from the Titans. So Ryan Stonehouse is a top 3 punter in the league when he's healthy, too. So I don't think that should be understated. And Jake Bailey hasn't been good for quite some time now, really his whole time in Miami. He was better in 2024, but still probably not a top 15 punter. And Blake Ferguson had some personal stuff going on last season. I don't know if he's playing football. I mean, I'd assume he is. So hopefully Blake Ferguson is back as our long snapper. But yeah, that will be the video. Dolphin fans, or really NFL fans, let me know how you're feeling about the Dolphins. And yeah, hope to see more of y'all coming over from my TikTok. I'll see y'all later. Peace out. Hope y'all have a good one.